What's up, boys? So, Wadakov here. I'm just out here doing some errands with my bike. Coding kasi, Tuesday. So, eto, we're using the ZX6R for our errands business. But anyway, ano bang magandang pag-usapan ngayon? Siguro kumusta siguro yung transition ko from ZX25R to Super Sports 636 ZX6R. How's my experiences so far? Masaya ba? Sobrang delikado ba? Like, is it unreasonably dangerous na in a way na dapat lower cc pa muna ako, like 400cc, stuff like that. And ayun, ano yung overall ko so far, overall thoughts ko, overall experience. Would I recommend other people to do the same? So yeah, let's talk about that. Pero first, for those who don't know, onting background share ng background ko. I used to own a 250cc na sport bike, ZX25R, inline 4 din, and kompleto naman siya sa tech features si ZX25R. Meron siyang auto blip and quick shifter and single disc brakes, ABS syempre meron na, TC, traction control meron din. So that was my old bike before. Around 43 horsepower lang ata yun. The torque, I don't even know what's the torque, pero halos walang torque yun yung 250 ko before. Pero it was super fun. Ang dami kong natutunan noon on how to ride, paano mag-bumanking, di ba? Paano mag-corner. Yun yung very valuable, very priceless lessons na I learned on the 250. And marami din akong errors na nagawa before, not gonna lie. There are many close calls na na-experience ko before with the 250. And mabuti nga na 250 ako noon sa mga close call na yun, kasi kung hindi, if I was in a bigger bike tapos yung patakbo ko noon was very very like malayo compared sa 250, I'd probably not be right here right now talking to you guys. So it's really really good talaga na nag-start ako sa lower cc 250cc na bike before upgrading to anything else higher than that. Because yun nga sa beginner rider, we are really prone to mistakes. The difference is that yung speed natin, we're not in a very high speed when those mistakes happen. Hindi ganun kalala yung consequences compared sa kung naka 600 tayo, 1,000 tayo na, alam mo na, di ba? Alam mo na. So imagine at those speeds, will you be able to react in close calls, di ba? Chances are hindi, lalo na kung beginner rider ka pa lang. You'll just panic brake, lock the tire, whatever, di ba? Oh, that's a dog. Oh fuck, please don't. Oh, scary. Tulad nun, di ba? Imagine if I was speeding tapos may aso na biglang tumawid, diba? Yeah, bukod pa sa mga close calls, yun, track days, lots of track days with the 25R. And I tried racing with it also actually sa BLC Cup last year sa open category 300-400. Sumali ako doon with my 250. Ako lang yung nag-iisang 250 noon. Puro Ninja 400, mga 400cc mga kalaban ko noon. So it was fun, it was super super fun na medyo underdog ka against higher cc. It's fun. Gago, matulin din mga kasabay ko nun. Parang low-key sandbagging yung nangyari. Kasi tayo na mga oras nila na 220, 222, 221. I think the fastest lap sa yung P1 sa amin noon was 220 ata 218, parang ganun last year. So respectable times. So yung kalaban ko noon are may CC difference, lamang sa CC tsaka lamang din sa skills. So ang resulta ko naman noon was P4. Yeah, P4. So yeah, that's my experience, background ko sa 25R before I upgraded to a 6R. So I learned discipline sa road. I learned how to not put yourself in stupid dangerous situations. Ngayon nasa 6R na tayo, responsible enough to to yield this much power. No joke talaga yung power guys ng 600s, no joke. Grabe, yeah. With, yun nga, sabi diba, with great power comes great responsibility. So kumusta ba? Kumusta yung transition ko? So first month ko, March to April, when I first got this. Now it's July na eh. So bali, March, April, May, June, July. Sabihin natin 4 months na. So 4 months of owning this bike. And pinag-track day ko agad. I think 2 times na ba? 3 times na yung track day ko. I think 3 times na. Yeah, 3 times na. So addict tayo sa track day, no? So yun, that's the best way to get to know your bike, no? Ipag-track day mo agad. It's fun, it's super fun kasi the first moment, the first session, the first lap with the 6R sa track talaga, coming from 2.5R, wow! Ibang-iba yung saya ko guys. I'm so, words can't describe the bliss. Pure bliss talaga, pure joy nung when I first took this a track day for the first time. Kasi yung power na hinahanap ko noon sa 2.5R, yung torque arangkada, it's there, nandito sa 6R. The exits, after the corner, tapos the exits, oh my gosh, the exits talaga. Nakakilig yung corner exit with the 6R. Oh, the torque talaga, grabe. So pure bliss, pure joy. And my oh shit moments, especially sa entry, kasi kasi 'di ba, yung scale ng speeds that I am used to, grabe, sobrang layo sa 6R. So there are times na yung entry ko, oh shit, wait. So maaga ako nagbe-brake. Pero grabe, the excitement guys, it's so super fun. Ay, sana mas-scan tong akin. Scan agad kasi to 1 RFID pala to. So auto sweep to. Hopefully there won't be any problems with Easy Trip. May times kasi may ibang toll gates na cannot scan talaga eh. Hindi ko lang bakit. Yun, okay. Oh, thank you. Let's go. Kita mo, 90 na agad. Just a couple seconds lang. Very big difference talaga. So much power, so much torque. So you have to be responsible with it sa street. Pero sa track, go all out baby, sa track. Ito talaga, dun ka maghataw sa track. Cruising lang tayo guys at 95, 100. Na not the type of kasi content creator na speeding dito, speeding doon. Nah, dude, yung top speed ko nito 241, 242 sa sa Clark. Grabe, sarap. Anyway, eto. So nakakapag-expressway na tayo. Unlike before, 'di ba, sa 2.5R. And it's fun. Iba talaga yung pagka therapeutic kung mag-expressway ka ng nakamotor. The wind, the feeling ng freedom. It's like sarap. In terms of the braking pala, stopping power, that's what I noticed the most, maybe besides power. I really noticed it very much, big difference in stopping power. Kasi si 2.5R, di ba, nabanggit kanina, lang siya, single disc brake. Si 6R, dual disc brakes siya, and I don't know ilang millimeter yung rotor, whatever, basta ilang pistons. I think 4 pistons yung kada caliper, I don't know, probably. Hindi ko kabisado yung specs na ito sa ilang pistons yung brakes niya, pero all I know is dual rotor disc, and grabe, sobrang layo ng stopping power from the 2.5R. So noong una, I had to be more I had to apply less pressure than what I'm used to, lalo na sa initial pressure. Kasi initial pressure, grabe, kagat na agad ang laki na agad ng power. So I had to be more smooth in applying the first 5%, 10% ng brake pressure ko, kasi if I apply too much pressure sa initial point, sa initial brake pressure, malalak yung front ko. And I think there are times na I almost lock the front sa track kasi hindi ako sanay sa stopping power ng 6R eh. So yun, that's one thing I had to adjust. I had to be more gentle sa pag-apply ng front brake. Unlike sa 2.5R na kahit yung initial is medyo firm, medyo strong agad, kasi single disc brake. This one is dual, so a little bit more finesse. Yeah, a little bit more finessing sa brake. Sarap. Like open my legs, like, lamig sa balls. Pag in-open yung legs ko, sarap. The feeling of the wind, guys, sarap talaga mag-expressway with a motor, with a big bike. I don't see any point in like speeding here, man. I really don't see it. Ako personally, iba, sige, it's your ride, your rules, bahala ka na. If you get caught or whatever, accident or get caught with the law, it's your life. But ako personally, I'm happy with this. Sarap. And the view is nice. It's much better. I mean, more enjoyable. Not really better because it's more risky, right? But more enjoyable to just go on a ride sa expressway than on a car. Car, yes, better kasi it's safer and more aircon. More aircon? My aircon. More aircon. As if may aircon din yung motor, no? Pero iba talaga, therapeutic talaga. Na, occasionally go on expressway runs with the bike. 1.4. Okay, nice. Lovely. Sarap. Like freedom, you know what I'm saying? Parang ganun, freedom. What else pa? Pag-usapan about my transition. Transition ka, alam mo, transitioning from whatever. Transition. No, I did not get that kind of transition. Alright, I did not get the balls chop off transition. Just to be clear, in case what I've said will be taken out of context, boys, these nuts are staying on me. In me? What the fuck? They're staying on me, guys. I'm not gonna transition to whatever the hell it is you're thinking. I'm talking about my bike transition from a 250 to a 600. In terms of tech, yeah, the 6R may not be the most tech package na super sports compared to let's say to a Panigale V2 or to a Triumph na Daytona 660 or a Street Triple 675. It's not as complete yung package niya, especially sa Auto Blipper. And yung TC levels are kind of basic lang din, bare bones. Pero to me, I'm okay with the bare bones type na technology. I'm not really a fan of like for example sa mga cars, I don't really want yung mga tablet screen sa cars and lahat na lang puro iPad, tablet display, and pati mga buttons, pati mga configurations, it's all tablet na siya. I'm not really a fan of that. I want the 2010s, 2015s na era na sakto lang, not too much digital stuff but not too analog, not too old school. So ito naman, yeah, this is really really good. This is really modern for my standards na because of the UFT display. Yung 2.5R ko dati analog display lang yun. So it's a nice upgrade for me yung tech package nito. I'm contented even without the auto blip. Oh yeah, about that auto blip pala. First transition ko, what the fuck, I need to start saying it like I need to word it better. I mean, initially when I first owned this, the first few weeks, especially sa first track day ko, nabubobo ako mag-rev match kasi masyado na spoiled sa auto blip ng 2.5R. So noong una, like I had to like consciously think talaga like, oh shit, paano ulit mag-rev match, like bam bam ganun. So that's one adjustment for me because yun nga, na-spoiled sa technology ng 2.5R. I had to relearn. Marunong naman ako mag-rev match pero yun nga, I need to relearn it again kasi I lost practice, ganun. So pero okay naman, once nung nakuha ko na yung technique ng rev matching, it's satisfying naman. I'm saying like, oh yeah. Yeah! Rev matching is fun once you get it. It's not a deal breaker for me yung fact na walang auto blipper to si 6R. Suspension wise din, oh yeah, yun yung biggest ano talaga. Kasi si 25R ko before, hindi fully adjustable yung front and rear suspension niya eh. Yung rear, adjustable preload only. Preload lang na-adjust sa rear. And sa front, wala talaga adjustability sa front ko nun. So it's kinda sad, pero you know, it's appropriate naman for a beginner. Pero it really helps na yung suspension mo is fully adjustable kasi it really improves your feel, your riding experience, lalo sa track or sa road, kung anong gusto mong riding. You need to adjust your suspension accordingly sa anong gusto mo. For your weight as well, for your weight. So, ayun, mas masaya ako na fully adjustable siya, and importante guys na magpa-profile kayo ng suspension before you hit our track day. But anyway, yeah, masaya ako nun. Masaya ako sa feel, sa laro ng suspension. I don't dive that hard when I'm braking. Although mukhang kailangan ko na repack ng fluid, fork oil. I think I need a heavier fork oil siguro at this point, and maybe new cartridge, I don't know. Gastos na lang. Pero in stock form, it's way better than the 25R in suspension nito because of the fact that it's fully adjustable. You can adjust the preload, rebound, compression to whatever you like. Ito, I think we just need to adjust it 2 clicks more siguro in terms of the compression. Pero yung rebound, okay naman, masaya naman. Hindi man siya nagpo-pogo stick, I think. Yeah, so could improve, yeah, but for my level, for my lap times, could improve, yeah, but I'm happy pa rin naman. It's not unlivable for my current na lap times. So yun, unlike sa 25R ko before na grabe dive pag nagbe-brake, hard braking ano, dive talaga, bottom out talaga. Even with weight 20 na fork oil. 15 ba yun? Or 20? I think 15. Medyo very viscous yung fork oil ko nun. So yeah, because yun nga, hindi ma-adjust yung compression, rebound, preload sa front. You're just stuck with that setting, kung anong settings niya, unless you buy an aftermarket na cartridge kit. So yeah, suspension, I really like the suspension of this bike. I like the plushness. It's plush, it's the plush, you know, sakto lang yung bounce niya, hindi siya like, sakto lang yung plushness ng suspension. I'm happy with it naman. Could improve in some bits, but that's a money problem na. It's an upgrade money problem. Pag ganitong mga scenario, no, you will wish talaga, you will wish for a cruise control. Yeah. Sarap na pag may cruise control sana, but it's alright, we're not going on a super long touring naman. Pero yeah, it's a feature na would improve my life a little bit sa expressway. Handling wise, oh yeah, sa traffic. How about sa traffic? Kumusta si 6R sa traffic compared kay 25R? Yes, medyo mas mahirap siya yung maniobra sa traffic. Lalo na dati yun na yung clip-ons na ito, super narrow kasi super pag ganun. Itong clip-ons ko ngayon, aftermarket, tayo na lumak yan. So wider, and you know, medyo nag-increase yung steering radius ko. So medyo mas madali na i-maniobra sa traffic. Pero in terms of the temperature, heat, ganun din naman, parang 25R lang din in terms of buhay sa traffic. Mainit pa rin, sakit pa rin sa likod. Not much difference. There we go, 871 na lang. Just a kid from Cubao. Fuck man, I'm just a kid from CDO, from Cagayan de Oro, baby. Ano pa bang usapan about my experience, not transition, I'm overusing the word transition na. Experience from 25R to 6R. Oh yeah, you might be asking, I don't know if you would, but some other people might ask me if ever lang, why didn't I go for Ninja 400 muna or 450 SR? Lalo na kung yung gusto kong gawin is track day, a little bit of racing. So why not nag 450 muna ako or 400? Which is a good point, I mean good question. Kasi in terms of progression sa track day, ideally you would start talaga from 400cc race of 400 or 300 category, and you would learn a lot from that talaga, a lot of experience kasi very competitive. Ang daming sumasali sa mga ganyang na mga race, maraming kalaban na sobrang tulin din. So yes, you might get your ass kicked by a bunch of 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, but that's where you learn, right? That's where most of the learnings come from being humbled by faster riders. So why not naman? Why not na nag-dedicate mo na ako ng isang season, isang taon sa Tarlac, sa Moto IR or whatever, Pirelli Cup lightweight category, Ninja 400, R3 or whatever. Sa lightweight muna ako. Why skip to 600? Well, fair question. Okay na sa akin na kahit I might risk making my progress not as fast than if I was on a 400. Okay na sa akin kasi personally, hindi ko ambition maging pro eh. Hindi ko naman ambition maging serious na racer sa Pirelli Cup or siguro yeah, if I could join the Pirelli Cup, I would, just for the fun of it, just for the experience. Pero yung mga professional level na A group level type stuff, not really my goal. I just want to have fun and to be fast lang. Experience the G-forces, the thrill, the high speed ng middleweight. Yun yung gusto kong ma-experience eh. So even though I won't be learning as fast than if I was racing on an R3 or Ninja 400 for a season, honest sa akin, I'm willing to take that risk, or that's not really a sacrifice kind, or trade-off, yun, opportunity cost. Yan, opportunity cost, baby. Business term, business. I'm willing to face that opportunity cost. Kasi it's like I don't really mind if that means na slower yung progression ko. That's fine. Because a lot of great riders talaga, a lot of great racers out there, great riders, nag-start sila sa lower CC na racing, underbone or 400 na racing. Yeah, but me, hindi ko naman aspiration yan. I just want to, sige, if I could pull off good lap times, that'll be great. But if hanggang average na ako, then that's totally fine din sa akin. I don't really mind being average or being where I'm at, honestly. I won't be miserable if I was pulling 230s, 220s on the 6R. Doesn't matter. I'm just here for the thrill of it, dude. And I'm just here to have fun. So that's why I went to middleweight agad. And also in terms of like power, torque, yes, medyo may mas torque mas maraming torque talaga si 450SR, si 457, si Ninja 400 kesa kay 25R. Those are big parallel twins eh. They have more torque. Top speed, yeah, they can go fast din naman. They can go above or around 180 siguro. Around that level. So it's a reasonable upgrade din naman from 25R to 400cc. Pero it's just like a subjective part na I'm like, fuck it, bahala na. Even if I get objectively more gains from a 400, but I think the important is may fundamentals ka, may disiplina ka, pwede na. Pwede na, as long as may fundamentals, nandyan yung fundamentals mo and your willingness to learn, openness to learn. I think pwede na ako for a 600. Kasi na-mention ito ni Dom Habilio, Fastboy Dom, sa akin before I bought the 6R. He opened up the idea sa akin na why not naman just invest the money in one full racing season with the R3 or Ninja 400. R3 specifically, he said R3 talaga kasi maganda talaga yung chassis ng R3. It's a very sporty chassis. Yung linkage din, it's a sporty linkage rather than the touring chassis ng N4. So sabi niya sa akin, yeah, why not just take a season, dedicate a season to racing on an R3, and I'd learn much more. I'd more bang for the buck, kumbaga. I get so much more learnings on the money spent on a racing season on an R3 than just going to a full blown middleweight na category. Kasi kung tutusin, yes, mahal talaga ng ng mga 600cc bikes, 6R, Daytona 660, R7, mahal talaga compared to spending one season, racing season on an R3. Mahal talaga. So I get his logic. It's actually a correct logic, pero for this decision, I chose to ignore a little bit of logic. I just want to have fun on a middleweight bike with my friends. Yun lang. Bahala na if my progress will be slow or stunted or whatever. As long as I'm willing to learn, then kaya yan. Diba? Open for feedback, for criticism. I'll be alright na 600. So that's why that's why I made the decision to go for this instead of 400. Kahit sino man siguro, like as long as they're willing to learn talaga, open to feedback, and that means open to trash talks. But if people talk shit about you, basta ikaw you're learning from it, just don't let your ego, just don't let your ego cloud your judgment and reduce your ability to take feedback. Most of the time ego lang talaga kalaban ng rider eh. What the fuck? Hindi na maka... Oh, this sucks, dude. Yo, na-slide ako sa gravel. Almost lost my balance. Come on. U-turn slot to Pwede to guys. Baka sabihin ng iba dyan, kamote ka motogob. Laki-laki ng U-turn slot sign. Okay guys, depende sa inyo if you're in my situation before na on a 2.5R, pero for example kung naka R15 kayo or Sniper 155 tapos pinapangarap nyo mag 6R, pwede rin naman yung path na yun na, kasi ito sa totoo lang guys, 6R built for the track siya. It's not really built for straight lines or for the city. The bike, it's like, please, ang bagal. The bike wants to go fast, as in it's not meant for stop and go traffic or for straight line riding sa highway, kasi sasakit lang likod mo yan. Hindi naman to pang long ride eh. It's built for performance, so not really for long ass rides. Wait lang, where am I supposed to go? Closed? No way you're closed. It's not even 4 o'clock. You're joking, right? You're joking. What bank closes at 4 p.m? Banks close at 4. Some even 5. You gotta be shitting me, dude. So, sarado nga yung bangko. Fuck, sayang yung punta ko, boys. Oh, man. I'm just gonna go here tomorrow morning na lang. Shit. It's alright. I might not have enough batteries for the rest of the trip. So, yeah, really, that's really my thoughts, guys, on my transition from... Ano ba talaga transition? Gender transition. I mean, my adjustment from 2.5R to 6R. Yeah, in short, I got the power, the torque that I've wanted sa 2.5R. The handling, it feels the same yung handling. Kawasaki design, Kawasaki engineering, so it still feels familiar lang siya. Familiar siya sa akin yung handling ng chassis, feedback ng bike, ergonomics. Yes, masubsob pero more the same pa rin. Especially na modified din naman yung ergonomics ko sa 2.5R dati. So hindi naman super panibago sa akin. So hindi naman super big adjustments yung ergonomics. It fits exactly sa purpose na hinahanap ko, which is aggressive track riding talaga. The 6R, kahit in stock form, right out the box from the casa, kahit wala kang upgrades sa pipe or sa power, sa remap, this thing is super capable na. Grabe. Super capable. Yung rider na yung pumipigil sa potential nito eh. That's why I'm learning as much as I can para ma-push talaga yung bike. And in terms of delikado, is it dangerous to transition from a 250? Hindi naman. Lalo na kung if you've learned the fundamentals, you took it seriously, your first bike, your lower cc bike, you took it seriously and you really, you know, respected the machine and learned its limits and listen to feedback ng iba, ride on how to ride faster, harder, better, then you won't have a hard time in adjusting. Kahit mapa R15 man yan, from R15, R3, Ninja 400 to a 6R or 625R to a 6R, you would have a wonderful time. But would I suggest or would I recommend this bike as a first bike? Beginner bike? No, this is not a beginner bike at all. So my advice is if you're watching this video tapos getting pa your first bike, future beginner rider pa lang, do not start on the 6R, bro. Please do not. Kasi the mistakes you'll be making as a beginner rider, mas malala yung consequence if you do it on a 600 because your speed is higher, the weight is heavier, there's less room for error. The consequences might be your life. So if baguhan ka pa lang sa pagmamotor, wala problema if you start on a underbone scooter or 300cc or mga ganun. Ano masama dun? Yun nga dapat ideally before you really decide on going on a 6R, kasi mamaya, di ba? Mamaya hindi mo pala trip yung sport bike. Testing ka muna sa mga lightweight na sport bikes, lightweight category, before you commit to a middleweight sports. Kasi mamaya gusto mo long ride pala yung gusto mo. Hindi ka naman pala super, track boy, track girl, or if balak mo lang mag 6R kasi kala mo makakuha ka ng chicks. No. No bro, ang makuha mo lang dito lalaki lang din. Kapang lalaki lang ang pumapansin sa'yo. Hindi ka malulunod sa sa chicks na ito. Mostly mga lalaki lang yung nag-approach sa akin eh. So if you want to buy a 6R because of the looks, para maging chicks magnet, madidisappoint ka lang bro. Just don't buy for ego, is what I'm saying. Don't buy for vanity. If you want the 6R kasi you just want to look cool sa reels, it's not for you bro. It's not for posers. I mean, your money rules, but nanghihinayan lang para sa motor para sa unit Tapos pala, pabaya sa maintenance or boy rev bomb lang. Oh my gosh, mga boy rev bomb na yan. Bruh, kawawa yung maging next owner, makawawa yung bike if you want to buy a 6R just to rev bomb lang, boy bomb ka lang na. Kasi sure, yeah, bikes are life accessory. Anong pakialam mo go? Gusto ko bumili ng 6R mayaman ako okay, it's a life accessory. Okay, I don't have to dictate. Petron sa wakas. Pero kawawa kasi motor, it's not built for straight lines, it's not built for rev bombing all the time, for pang display lang. It's built for the track. It's what it's designed for. So, or at least for twisty road riding at least yun yung bare minimum. You have to at least be a Marilaki rider or something like that. And even then, you have to be a skilled rider. So, dito basta-basta na pang kung sino-sino man na rider na bano sa cornering tapos magmamarilaki kahit bano siya sa cornering. No, back to my previous point. Pagsimula ka muna sa lower CC, masanay ka muna dun, get good muna dun before you buy a bike like this na demands higher skills for twisty road riding, for track riding. It's for not just for your own safety kasi it's for the society, for everyone in general. Kasi you're being a freaking tawag doon, public safety hazard kung sumaba ka sa 66R nang walang kaalam-alam sa pagmamotor. You're a walking time bomb bro. Like, di mo alam kung next week you end up in an accident or whatever, tapos makakadamay ka pa ng iba. Yun yung pangit dun Your money, your rules, again. Kasi there's way too much accidents. I've seen and heard way too much accidents na big bike crashing, overspeeding, tapos other people getting hurt, not just the rider getting hurt or killed, kundi other people din. So, I don't want to hear that. I just don't want to hear news like that. So, if my voice means anything at all, then I just say na, before you buy these machines guys, just start on a lower displacement, and once you get this, kahit sabihin may fundamentals ka, like alam mo na yun, alam mo na yung fundamentals, alam mo na you know the feeling already of hitting the track already, of hitting the top speed. Just don't do it sa public road kasi nagagawa mo naman sa track, tapos gagawin mo pa sa syudad, di ba? Doesn't make sense, di ba? Again, di yun nangingialam sa financial decisions ng iba. Decision nila yun. They want to purchase this bike, tapos wala naman palang pang track day. Hindi naman talaga ipag-track. Pero, I don't know. Sayang na, it's just a waste of bike lang. Waste of unit. Sayang lang. But if you're, yun nga, if you're about that life na track day life or twisty riding life, you could do it in a way na responsible ka. Alam mo yung limits mo sa sarili. Ride within your limits, then go for it, dude. As long as you respect your limits, your own limits, ride sensibly sa road, then yeah, you just might deserve a 6R. Ganda talaga na ito. So that's it for this videos, guys. Mamaya na lang ulit. Low-bat na yung camera ko. Or next video na lang ulit. So if you enjoyed my content, subscribe lang, leave me a like, comment your thoughts. That's it, boys. Next time na ulit.